The 6 best sealed Pokemon card investments that you could have picked up in the last 12 months and still can pick up. There's a few things about this video that are really important. Looking over what we could have picked up over the last 12 months and can still pick up gives us A, good insight into what we can grab right now, but B, good insight into what's going to be good investments in the future with all the future releases coming out. We know it's been a wild ride the last 12 months. Hey, if you're new here, my name's Michael Pokeoz. We talk all things Pokemon card investing on this channel with a particular lens on the sealed side of things. So let's talk about it. Sealed Pokemon investing over the last 12 months. Keep in mind there's been some stellar sets in the last 12 months. We've seen the new block, we've seen the changeover, of course, from Scarlet and Violet into Mega Evolution. We've had Mega Evolution base, one of the best base sets we've seen in a while. We've had Ascended Heroes, and we've also had Destined Rivals, all in the last 12 months. It's been a very, very wild ride. So what are some products that you could have picked up and are still good investments in my eyes? Let's go over 6 of them. The first one is an Ascended Heroes Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. The recommended retail price or the MSRP for a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box is $60, $60 US. Now, look, we all know how difficult it is to buy product at recommended retail price at the moment. It is near on impossible in a lot of cases. If you are lucky enough to be able to grab something at retail price, or you're lucky enough to be able to have the ability to pick something off the Pokemon Center, pick up off the Pokemon Center when it first gets released, and you paid $60 for this, hey, you want to know where it's sitting now? Ascended Heroes, Pokemon Center, Elite Trainer Box, $384 US. $384 US, like that. It just goes to show how strong a sealed product Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Boxes are. And in case you're super new to this, the overarching vibe isn't the right word. The overarching almost rule when it comes to Pokemon investing in sealed products has always been booster box is king, followed by Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box and Elite Trainer Box. Now look, all that changed moving into Scarlet and Violet era, and you might ask, well, why does it change? And what's the difference between a regular Elite Trainer Box and a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box? Well, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box gets an extra booster pack, and also it gets a stamped version of the promo card inside there. So obviously every Elite Trainer Box, and this is the example from Ascended Heroes, every Elite Trainer Box comes with a promo, but in the Pokemon Center version, you get a stamped promo. And what happens is there is a finite, I know there's a finite amount of any product made, but there's a much smaller amount of Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Boxes made compared to regular Elite Trainer Boxes. Now, holiday sets like Ascended Heroes don't have booster boxes, so there's no option to see how that would perform compared to the booster box. Look, I'm still under the impression that long-term booster box will be king in terms of a sealed investment, but we can't underestimate how good Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Boxes have been performing, particularly for holiday sets. And that's probably the key point, holiday sets. And you go, well, what do you mean? And it's like, well, okay, look at the holiday sets from Scarlet and Violet. We've had 151, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box has been absolutely blowing up from that. We've had Paldean Fates, same thing, blowing up. We've had obviously Prismatic Evolutions, absolutely blowing up. And now, of course, moving into Mega Evolution era, the first holiday set being Ascended Heroes, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box from Ascended Heroes has already blown up. And the reason is that stamp promo can be worth lots of money raw, and it can be also worth lots of money as a PSA 10 because it sometimes has a very difficult Gem 10 rate. That means, given it's packaged inside its, little plastic wrapper, it can get damaged or scratched the surface of the card a little bit easier. So it's very hard to gem mint them a 10 in comparison to maybe just pulling a card out of a booster pack. So as a result, Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box has been going crazy. And Ascended Heroes, wow. And the second example is also from Ascended Heroes. Now, it's not quite out yet. It comes out in a couple of weeks, but that is Ascended Heroes booster bundles. I think it's funny, isn't it? Because, I talked before about, and certainly in other videos about, booster boxes always being the star of the show. And then, they, and the community widely regarded booster boxes as the best sealed investment. And then, Elite Trainer Boxes were not a close second, but definitely second place. And, now that Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Boxes are out, there's this argument, are Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes better than booster boxes? And now there's bundles out as well, and it's like, how many sealed products can we have? And of course, for holiday sets like Ascended Heroes, there is no booster box. So bundles have actually proven to be a very, very good investment. So I think booster bundles for Ascended Heroes will also prove to be a very, very good investment. Doesn't look like they're coming in displays, but you can order them in a case of 25 by the looks of things. So 25 booster bundles of 6. 25 times 6, it's going to give you a fair few booster packs, isn't it? Great way to pick yourself up a massive amount of booster packs inside there for Ascended Heroes. I think the booster bundles, we've seen it again for 151, Paldean Fates, all the holiday sets, Prismatic Evolutions for Scarlet and Violet. We've seen how successful booster bundles have been. They're a great little product. Tightly packed inside there, so not taking up a heap of space, quite easy to sell. They're quite liquid on the secondhand market. So I think if you can grab yourself some of these, get in early, pre-order them at a good price, you're going to be absolutely winning there. That is my second choice for the best sealed products to pick up in the next 12 months. The third one on my list for the best sealed Pokemon investments for the last 12 months is the Mega Charizard UPC. Interestingly, I still don't think, and I did a video on this recently, the Charizard UPC from Sword and Shield and the Mega Charizard UPC, I did a comparison, and the winner in my eyes went to the Charizard UPC from Sword and Shield. I talked about things like pack selection, I talked about things like promo, how actual, because keep in mind, ultra premium collection, how actual premium is it? What are the dice like? What are the playmats like? And I score them against each other. And for my eyes, Sword and Shield just won. And it's probably almost the promos that really pull that across the line. But the promo in the Charizard UPC, or there's a couple of promos, but particularly that Charizard promo, I think that's a cool promo. It's worth a little bit of money raw. It's worth even more money as a PSA 10. The pack selection inside here is actually quite strong. You're getting some Mega Evolution base, you're getting some Phantasmal Flames, of course, but the big hit inside here is you are getting Destined Rivals. And that's where I was comparing it to the Sword and Shield UPC. You were getting a lot of those, alt art, trainer gallery sets, and even it had Evolving Skies inside it. So that's why it edged out in my eyes. But still, this will be a good investment. And it almost feels somewhat similar to the Sword and Shield Charizard UPC in that it did sit on shelves for quite some time. I know there's still these Megazard UPCs sitting on shelves. I think they retail for $120 but in the collector app here, you can see it already up to $193 on the secondary market. But if you can find it in stores for $120, that's awesome. And don't be alarmed, like just because it's sitting on shelves, it won't be there for long. It won't be there forever. With a couple of weak sets coming up, okay, we've had Perfect Order, Chaos Rising, is it? The next set coming out, don't look all that strong. People will go back and buy older products that they thought had better pack selections inside them to rip open packs rather than buying up the new ones in such bulk. So, these Mega Charizard UPCs, if there's any on the shelves, they won't last long. And, everyone was saying the Sword and Shield one was overprinted, and look what that's doing now. So even if we feel this one is overprinted at the time because it's actually sitting on some shelves compared to just being absolutely, eaten up straight away, it won't last long. And it'll perform really, really well in my opinion. Well, we're halfway through. Talking of the collector app, that is today's video sponsor. There'll be a link in the description to download it. It is the one-stop place to put in all your sealed or singles inside there. You can track so much data inside here, particularly if you are a pro member. Now, the sort of things you can look at is set analytics. You can look at all English and Japanese and Chinese cards. You look at every set, total set values, highest chase cards, PSA populations of every single card. It has so much data as an investor or a collector. It just makes your life easier in terms of storing your collection digitally and also making better investment decisions. So again, link in the description to download that one. Number 4 on my list is a Mega Evolutions booster box, particularly the one, of course, with the box topper on there, the enhanced box. This is a really, really cool box. It's the best base set we've seen in a long time. 36 packs, of course, inside a booster box. There's some strong hits inside Mega Evolutions. You've got the 2 gold cards, so it's the almost reintroduction of a very tiered chase. We have illustration rares and special illustration rares, with pull rates getting increasingly more difficult, and then even more difficult to get the gold new hyper rares, or whatever they call them now. So it's sort of nice to get a more tiered chase. But if I have any gripe on the gold cards, it's just, maybe the community's sentiment towards them is quite weak. If they were nicer looking, like you see some of the artwork that Bandai's doing, particularly if you're looking at something like Dragon Ball Super with some of those almost, hyper rares with a lot of the gold glittering all around it. Imagine if it was something like that. Like, you still get that image of the Pokemon with the color and everything, but you're getting all that gold glittering through it. That would be cool. That would raise their prestige up in my eyes and add more value to their price. But they are what they are. We can't change it. I still think this is a very strong pickup. I still think it's a very strong base set. $165 is retail price. It's currently going for nearly $300 US at $296 on the secondary market. The 5th one on my list, this has come out in the last 12 months, Destined Rivals. Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. We talked about how strong these are performing. $60 recommended retail price, $513. Yep, you heard it right. $513 US for a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box for Destined Rivals. Wow. Like, maybe they are just the best investment now. Maybe they're a better sealed investment than a booster box, a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. I'm still on the fence with this one. We'll see how we go. I definitely think they're the best investment for holiday sets, for main sets where they're up against a booster box. But I'm about to show you my 6th example here as the final one in the list here of the top 6, and that is a Destined Rivals booster box, and that's $595. So it's a smidgen more expensive than the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, but it has a much higher recommended retail price. So if we're talking straight gains, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box from Destined Rivals has actually outperformed the booster box in terms of gains. The booster box is beating on its overall price, $595 versus $513. But in terms of gains, bigger percentage gains from the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box. Both of these, though, are good investments still. Will we get reprints of them? Quite possibly if that happens, particularly the booster box for Destined Rivals. Well, just dollar cost average if there's any reduction in price there. So what does this tell us? Because it's one thing to buy in now and still think they're good investments, but it was another thing to buy in when things were cheaper, because that's when you're going to get the biggest percentage return on your product. You're going to get the most gains then. So what does this tell us? I think it tells us a few things. If there is massive community hype for a set when it first comes out, it's going to be a good investment. Think Destined Rivals compared to Perfect Order. They're both booster box mainstream sets. You look at the hype for Destined Rivals, the hype was building for months and months and months beforehand. Everyone was looking forward to seeing the reintroduction of that rocket logo and seeing what sort of hits we're going to get. People were pre-ordering booster boxes before they even knew any of the cards inside it. Compare that to Perfect Order. We're not getting the same level of community sentiment. So if there's massive community sentiment for something, it is a great idea to get in order early and pre-order, because what's been shown recently, particularly over the last 18 months with this massive bull market we're in, is that if you don't get in early, you will miss out. And probably the best example coming forward would be 30th anniversary. We know the 30th anniversary products are just around the corner. Those products will get eaten up very quickly. Everyone is already talking about 30th anniversary, just like everyone was already talking about Destined Rivals. So there is a lot of community hype for it. And with that hype will come very expensive chase cards, in my opinion, and very expensive sealed product to be able to open the packs. So my advice here, learning from that, is moving forward, something like 30th anniversary is going to be really good to get your pre-orders in, get in early, get something locked away so that you're paying as little as possible. Why? So you can maximize your gains on the back end of that thereafter. Well, there you go. There's 6 products from the last 12 months that I think have been good investments and still are good investments. I'm Michael. This is PokeOz. Catch everyone next time.